Hey, how you going? Let me turn it down. Here we go, here we go. Call me. You love a bit of Blondie at 5:55 in the morning. Of course we do. Hey, Melinda, good morning. Good morning to you. Hello, everybody. My name is Michelle House from Rich Living, and welcome to High Vibes at 5:55. I can see Melinda. Oh, there's your comments. Yay, Melinda's got a day off. I love Friday days off. I do, I do. Oh, and I can see somebody else peekabooing over there in the corner ready to say hello to me. Oh, we're off to a slow start this morning. Hey there, it's Beck. I can see Beck. Feeling a little bit like, what was her name? Miss Helena. Do you remember Miss Helena from Romper Room? Those guys in Australia would remember her. Oh, good morning, Amanda. How nice to see you. Good morning, Robin. Lovely to see you this morning. Lovely to see you. Hang on hang on a moment. Distractions. It's all happening. It's Friday. It's Friday. So, how's everybody feeling? If they're feeling good morning from the train. Oh, I just spat everywhere. Good morning from the train station. Hello, train people. High fives. Good morning, Catherine. Wouldn't that be cool? Everybody on the train all getting into high vibes. How exciting. No pushing, no shoving, just high vibes everywhere. Good morning. Good morning, Melly. Hi. Is the might be a bit slow this morning. I'm just checking. Are you finding there's a delay? Hang on, let me just flick over to my phone hotspot because that seems to speed up the connection a little bit. You said, oh, no, she wouldn't. She never said Michelle either. Never said Michelle. I see you. Who do I see in my mirror today? Like as a little kid, for those of you in Australia who watch Romper Room at 9 o'clock on a weekday with your little glass of milk, and at the end of the show, she would pretend to see you through the television, and you would wait for her to say, "And I see Michelle, and I see Beck," and she never did. But damn it, we watched it every goddamn day. Best marketing strategy ever. All right, is that connection a little bit better? Yeah, cool, awesome. All right, so yeah, how's everybody feeling? I wanted to ask that question because I know a lot of you hang out with me over in the Rich Living Room, and it's kind of been woo kind of week this week. And you know, I love following the cycles of the moons and the planets. And oh my God, how amazing that they've just found 7 other planets with water on them. Did everybody hear that news yesterday? That kind of excites me and freaks me out at the same time. Okay, so yeah, there's lots of things happening energetically, right? So sleep can be disturbed. We're coming into the new moon, and coming into the new moon. So if everybody would like a little moon lesson, the new moon is when when you can't see it in the sky, obviously. So the sky is black, and it's kind of the new dance plate. I was going to say it's the new foundation to step into for the next 28 days. So the new moon is happening on Sunday, which is really the time to be creating the space for you to start again. So if the last 28 days you just go, you know what, I really need to refocus or redo my intentions, now's a good time to start with that fresh slate is the word that I'm looking for. Now, I can't see any of your comments on the screen. Rebecca, kids driving me up the wall. Uh-oh, my husband is so excited. Why is your husband excited, Amanda? Why? Oh, why is your husband so excited? And yeah, so keeping yourself a little bit, doing some kind of practice to keep yourself a little bit grounded, a little bit more grounded than usual. I always find for me coming into a new moon that I can be a bit scattery. So it's a great time to do things that require you to kind of get stuck into. So something like decluttering that kitchen drawer, get it done. That energy and purging that energy through that way, awesome time to be doing that. And it kind of settles you a little bit too, I find. But anyway, I just wanted to, that's a lesson. I started writing a blog post yesterday and got distracted and didn't finish it. So I'll write a blog post about new moons and full moons and waxing and waning because I just love how when we tune into that energy of our existence, life is so much easier. Why didn't they teach that one at school? It's just in flow when we can go in flow with that cycle. But what I wanted to talk to you today was about preparation. So yesterday we were talking about the purple carb manifesting, the Appaloosa horse for Emma Beck shared her amazing story about the kookaburra feather over in the Rich Living Room. So when you go into this place of, experimenting and seeing what signs the universe will provide you, seeing what the signs are, and trusting that the universe will provide it, there's an element of preparation that has to go into that, right? So I wanted to give you an example, because I do that, let you in on my real life. So what's really happening for me in my life right now is every time I walk through my dining room, I oh my God, we really need a new dining room table and chairs. So, I've got 3 kids. We're at that stage where that dining room table and those chairs have been through their childhood they are still in their childhood, but you know what I mean? It's got pen on it. They're picking the leather. They're picking the leather off the chairs. And for me, it has a feeling of, I'd really like to have something much nicer there now. It's feeling like it's served its purpose. The chairs are a bit wonky. The table would actually make an awesome art table, so I want to take that down and have that for me. No hidden agendas here. But I wanted to share with you what I will do in order to get a dining room table in. Now, could I go out tomorrow to, I don't know, a furniture place and buy a dining room table? I could. It's actually not forefront in my mind right now. I've got so many other things that are forefront in my mind. I could go out tomorrow and I could pay full price for something. I could buy something, I could force it to happen, go, right, that's it. We need to have a new table. Or I can surrender and let it flow, right? So 2 things I want you to get here. Surrender and let it flow, and it's not about the money. I have the money, I could go and do it, but I want it to flow. I want the best dining room table for me to come to me, yeah? So what we're doing is we're taking the dining room table out, I get the art table, and the chairs will go, and the space will be created for the new dining room table to arrive. Now, based on my past experiences when I've done this, what happens is that space is there and it's like a magnet. And then I will start to notice, look at that catalogue that came in the mail. I saw something in my feed about something about a dining room table. Look at that one that's on Gumtree. That I was looking for something else and I've seen one on Gumtree and it's actually that really 1980s look that I like. Were there tables? I don't know. Anyway, I'm making shit up. But do you know what I mean? When you create the space, the possibilities can come in. Somebody might go, hey, we've got a really great dining room table. It's too big for us. We don't want it anymore. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I don't have to go and buy the table. But the point is, I need to create the space for the table to arrive to me. So I'm not going and grabbing it. It's got to come to me. Does that make sense? I'm not seeing comments today. So let me just have a quick look. Good morning, Sam. And I saw Rosie there as well. So when you are in under financial pressure, under financial stress, the space that you are in is, oh, look, I've got all these bills and I'm feeling this, and I'm feeling this, and I'm feeling this. And, oh, God, here comes another one. And, oh, shit, I just saw an email come up and the email alert's going to do this and it's about that. And you're not creating space for anything. You are just on this, in this tunnel that you can't see the light. In order for you to get out of debt, in order for you to start creating savings, you need to create the space. So think about my dining room table experience, right? You need to create the space and start taking the actions and watching what starts coming in. So create the space. Do you have a bank account dedicated for your savings? When I was going through this, I had a 0 bank account, and it was called Fun, Love and Adventure, because I wanted, and I know you guys talked about this, I think in the living room during the week, I wanted that account to be our account for all of the fun, loving and adventurous things that we wanted to do. And it was 0. But I saw it on my bank statement, and then I started putting a little bit aside. Like everybody in the group is doing too. $10 here, $20 there, $30 there, whatever. Now I've got this massive, beautiful, flourishing bank account because I created the space for it to go there. And that's really hard to think about while you're in debt, but it's really important that you create the space for that to occur. Does that make sense to people? So the other thing is creating space for good money stuff. So clean out your wallet and clean out your cards and cut back on cards. If you've got lots of credit cards, start cutting them back and going, you know what, I need to create the space in my wallet for debit cards. I need to create the space in my wallet for cash. I need to create the space in my wallet for the stuff that's going to make me feel good. I also did this once with my wardrobe. I went, you know what, I'm totally over totally over the whole corporate suits, right? And you know what, I had the most beautiful, beautiful Anthea Crawford suit collection. It was stunning. It was so gorgeous. I never ever had a problem choosing what to wear. It was just beautiful. But it was probably worth around 10 grand. Not kidding. It was amazing. But there came a time in my life where I was done with that and I wanted other stuff. But it was also the time when money was short, when we were going through the debt, and buying something for myself felt really guilty. So what I did was I went and cleared out my wardrobe, and I gave all of that to this awesome organisation, Dress for Success, that helps women get back into the workforce. Gave them all these beautiful Anthea Crawford suits, lovingly, and wishing them all luck. You can't give something away and go, I don't really want to give it away. I really love it. It's got to be, you've really got to let it go, okay? So I let them go with so much love to the women that were going to be able to wear my suits. And in doing that, I opened my cupboard for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks going, yeah, I don't know if that was a good idea. Now I've got nothing to wear, which really wasn't true because I had stuff to wear. But then what happens is a gift card shows up. You know, thank you, my darling. Here comes the flying coffee. A gift card will show up. Somebody was talking about frequent flyer points and changing them over to gift cards. I went, oh, I wonder if I've got any frequent flyer points. Oh, bam. So you start to create the space for it to come through. You know, people bought stuff for me. I was thinking of you when I walked past this and I thought it would look really good on you and you could do with it right now. So think about where you're not creating space and create space. You can't ask for abundance and prosperity if it can't go anywhere. I was listening to this book. If I got it on my phone, I can't think of the name of it. There's something of prosperity. And she talks about a story in there about a lady who was trying to work out how they were going to get their next meal. And all she was thinking about was, we don't have any food, we don't have any food, we don't have any food. How am I going to feed my children? How am I going to feed my children? We don't have any food. And it was suggested to her that she set the table with the good china and get everything ready and prepare for the abundance of food that was about to arrive. Now, it didn't arrive as soon as she set the table, but it arrived down the track in different kinds of ways. People brought food. They were taken out to dinners. They were offered food at, it's a religious book. It was a very old 1960s church-orientated book, and they were talking about then they were at church where people were inviting them to things, not because they felt sorry for them, but because they had created all of these lovely new relationships, because they had created the space. And then, you know, they were having these beautiful dinners on these beautiful plates and the abundance was there, but they had to create the space for the abundance to come in. Is that making sense for everybody? I can just see some comments. So let me go. Love this. Yeah, it's cool. Thanks, Beck. Good morning, Deborah. Robin, makes sense. Awesome. I've been wanting to go to the Reject Shop, but it's a 2-hour drive away. So I said I need a booking to Emerald. I do personal driving like Uber. And today at 10, I'm booked to go to Emerald. And she recorded, what? Magnet. I need some signs in the back to go, magnet, magnet, magnet. That's awesome, Rosie. That's awesome. And when we look at these moments, rather than the busyness and the rushiness and the hurriness of our lives, and we just take these moments and go, oh, in my evidence toolkit, that one goes there. That's fantastic, Rosie. Can you keep us posted on that, please? My screen is showing me. I'm actually going to flick out of here in a second. Hey, Lisa. Oh, we're talking about signs. Dig the ditches. Pardon? I think that might be a typo, Jan. What else? There's Kate Bell. I have a lovely old pony I needed to find a home for. I've been trying for a while. I decided to tidy up my horse gear in the shed on the weekend to see if that would help, as it was making me feel stressed and heavy. I walked out of the shed after I was done, feeling lighter, and my girlfriend sent me a text message within minutes asking if I would like to film my pony. Oh, that's so beautiful, Kate. That's so beautiful, Kate. We do, we need to create the space for it to come in. Take money school, for example. Money school, right? There's something I'm doing at the moment. who would have forgotten about that? Take money school. I have to create the space for that to happen. I can't just go, oh, hello, I'm going to start a money school. I actually have to create the space. I have to create the space in my schedule. I have to create the space in my filing system on my computer. I have to create the group on Facebook. I have to create the space for that to come to me. Yeah? For you people to come to me, I have to create the space. I can't say, hey, come on over and have the door closed. That would be a bit rude. I have the door open and I say, hey, come on in. Look at this space I've created. So look at where you can create the space in your life. Maybe it's creating the space in the drawer. If you still work with checkbooks, cleaning out your checkbooks, organize your bank statements, create the space for it to happen. I'm just going to flick over to the Facebook page because I can actually, let me turn that off, that message. I just want to flick over to the Facebook page because I can see that there's a couple of messages. I can see your little pictures, but I can't see the questions. So hang on a tick. Let me see if I can bring it up here easily. Lisa Resero got, oh, maybe I can't see it on here. Sorry, hang on a sec. No, I can't. Okay, so I've missed two questions in there, the one after Rosie and the one before Lisa. Sorry about that. I don't know. Technology, hey? All right, so has anybody got any questions about how to create the space? Or maybe there's somebody sitting there going, yeah, no, my debt's worse than your debt and nobody's in my situation and I can't see the wood for the trees and I'm stuck and I'm heavy and I don't know how to get out. Pop your hand up. Well, don't pop your hand up because I can't see you. But, you know, somebody free Wi-Fi on the train. Winning! It's the little things, right? It is the little things. There's another one for the toolkit. That's abundance. You know, that's Wi-Fi that you haven't had to pay for. That's been given to you today. Thank you for the gift of Wi-Fi on the train. Everybody, you know, thank you for the gift of whatever it is that you're getting today. Georgina, I missed your comment there too. Hang on. Let me just do a refresh on this one. I'm too scared to refresh the Be Live TV in case I lose you all. And that would be rude. Georgina, hands up, very stuck. All right, Georgina, can you write me a comment with where you are very stuck? Which particular part? Let's pick one thing. Where are you stuck right now? Just do another refresh. Just while we're waiting for Georgina to jump back on there. Where'd you go? Very stuck. Oh, bless you. Lovely. Georgina, that's hard. All right. Okay. So let me just go to, if you're feeling stuck everywhere, my first suggestion is to go ground yourself. And, you know, can anybody, I've got my bare feet on. Let's see. I'm no yoga. I can't get my leg up that high. Beck says, bless you. Georgina, get grounded. If you are in the place where you're saying I'm stuck and it's too hard to work out which one I'm actually stuck on, it's time to get grounded. And then some people go, but I can't get grounded because I'm so stuck and there's so much going on, but I can't. Like, this is a serious instruction, go get grounded. In that grounding and in that connection and in that present moment of time, something will drop in for you. And we only need one thing to drop in, okay? Not the 50 million things that you've got to do today. Just one thing. Because you know what? Yesterday, when you went to bed, there was always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. Everything can wait 24 hours. It really can. Unless you're having emergency surgery. That probably can't. But everything else, you know what I mean? Everything else can just wait a second. So take a deep breath and ground yourself. Get connected to Earth and trust that the universe has your back. And look at all of the wonderful things that have happened in your life up until this point where the universe has had your back. The universe, God, divine intelligence has taken care of you and has had your back. So get into that calm, into that quiet, into that peace. And if you've got to tell everybody to F off, I'm not saying the F word out loud properly anymore in case there's children watching. If you need to tell everybody to just F off and give you 10 minutes alone, do that. You need to get into you so that you can move through this. Yeah? I just need to flick back over to Facebook. Creating the space for it all. Okay, so don't create the space for it all. Create the space for one thing. So let's go, what do you want to do? Do you want to create the space for, let's go, wealth, health, love? Wealth, health, love. Which one? Wealth, health, love. Which one, Georgina? And I can see Beck's got a great affirmation there. I choose to free myself. Thank you, universe, for reminding me to free myself. Perfect. Wealth. Okay. So if you're stuck with wealth, what's the first thing that's required today is to get yourself into a zone around money and feeling good about money. And here's something I want you to say. Financial security puts me at ease and makes me feel good about my future. That's a Louise Hay affirmation that I've had on my wall for goodness knows how long. It's got that yellowy tinge to the paper now. Financial security puts me at ease and makes me feel good about my future. That phrase for me, when I put that up there, was I was feeling really overwhelmed about all the stuff that I had to do to feel financially secure. It was there was all this practical stuff for me to actually get to that place, but I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to start with that. So if you can start talking yourself into the space and creating your space in your mind for financial security, putting you at ease and making you feel good about your future, as you start to say that, yeah, financial security does. It makes me feel good about my future, even if you have debt, even if you have worry, even if you are feeling anxious. That is guiding you to a knowing space of getting that financial stuff sorted. Yeah. So, thanks, Robin. Yes, Georgina. Financial security puts me at ease and makes me feel good about my future. Yeah. And tell yourself that, because that's the truth, right? It's not something that we're just magicking up out of our butts. It's actually the truth. Financial security puts us at ease. So let's move into that space of financial security puts me at ease. Now, if you've got a credit card bill that's turned up today that you can't pay, that's not going to feel connected to you. You're going to go, well, hang on, how am I going to be financially secure if I've always got this bloody credit card debt hanging over my head? That's when you need to go to the second phase of it. And it's just, it doesn't need to be paid today. If the due date is actually the 24th of February, jump on the phone to your credit card company and just say, I need an extra week with this payment, please. And that is about knowing that financial security will put you at ease. So you need to have a conversation with somebody who's going to help you put your financial security at ease. Yeah? Making sense? So if you're overwhelmed by the bills that need to be paid, start collecting them together, but you must do it. Video 2 is coming out this morning. Video 2 is coming out this morning. Watch video 2. You must do it in a zone. This is so perfect. Video 2 is coming out this morning. I'm sure I talked about being in the zone in that one. If I didn't, be in the zone. Music, candles, crystals, oils, pretty pictures, walk around the block, take a bath, whatever it is that gets you into a high vibrational state. Get yourself into a zone. Jump up and down. Jumping up and down is really good for moving the energy through your body and getting yourself into what Tony Robbins calls a peak state. We talk about this in Money School, by the way. I'm giving you a really quick rundown. But grab your accounts and sit down and look at them with gratitude, ease, and grace. Don't have to pay anything today. Gratitude, ease, and grace. And just wait. Yeah? Is that helping? Oh, Robin's got the video already. Did you jump off during my live, Robin? Rosie, I have mine on a payment plan under the normal payment plan. Always talk to the people you need to pay bills to. Takes all the stress off. Yep. Video 2 has arrived. Awesome. Okay. So with the if it's about bill payments, the creditors out there these days, so our suppliers, the electricity, the phone, the everybody, school fees. So when we were going through ours, I was on the phone to the school going, I don't know how I'm going to pay the school fees. How do I go about doing this? It's getting in conversation with people that you start to see possibility too. I had no idea back then that you could actually apply to have assistance because they were a private school. I had no idea about that until I asked the question. My God, the pressure that took off me. Wow, it was incredible. So ask the questions, get the facts, and then move from there. And during this time, what you're doing is you are creating this beautiful space for the financial security to start coming in, to start setting itself up. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. You may win the lotto tomorrow. I don't know. So just start creating the space. Yeah? How's that feeling for you, Georgina? I'm just refreshing my screen. Sorry about this morning. I just know if I hit refresh on that Be Live that we'll be gone. I'm not touching it. So where are we? Back here. Okay, Robin, I can't see any of your comments. Oh, look, we're at 111 views. 111. That's fabulous. Okay, so Georgina, I know that you are working with me, that you are actually in Money School. So all of this we'll be working on a much deeper level. So yes, there's all these practical things that need to happen, but you guys know me now. There's a whole lot of emotional stuff and a whole lot of future stuff that we need to talk about. You've got payment plans for essentials, happy with them now, but have really son's footy trip, received email yesterday and must be paid on Tuesday to lock in the tour. Right, okay. So what happened to me was money shame. I didn't want people to know that I couldn't pay. I didn't want people to think that I couldn't afford it. I've talked about this with you guys before. So look at what's happening here, Georgina, and go a little bit further in relation to the money shame. If you really need your son to go onto this trip, you need to have a conversation with somebody there about it. Being paid on Tuesday, what have we got? It's Friday. You have 4 days. Have the conversation today so that anything that needs to unfold over the weekend in relation to your request can. Don't leave it to the last minute. Because you might go on Tuesday and then they go, oh, wow, I wish you told me on Saturday because we would have been able to blah, 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 blah. So get into communication right now and you don't have to say anything shameful. All you're saying is, my cash flow isn't where I would like it to be right now. Can somebody type that up? My cash flow isn't where I expected it to be right now. How can you help me? Don't you try to come up with all the solutions all the time. That's more stress. How can you help me? What can I do? Surely they've faced this situation before with families. You're not the only person that's ever gone through this. So get into communication with them, and please let me know how you go. You've typed an okay there. So can you let me know how you go with that? So cash flow is whatever I said. Did somebody type that up? My cash flow, thank you. My cash flow isn't where I expected it to be right now. You're not saying, I'm a bad money manager, I'm a girl and I don't know how to use money, my parents told me I would always be shit. It's none of that. The truth is, right now, my cash flow isn't where I expected it to be right now. I need some guidance with this. How can you help me? My son really wants to go. I really want him to go, and I know the team wouldn't win without him. All right. Okay, please let me know how you go with that. Okay, I think that's it. We can wrap that up. Yeah, everybody complete with that? Oh, now I'm not seeing everybody's comments. I got a glimpse of somebody saying the word toxic. Yeah, a lot of them do have backup funds. But, somebody might even say to you, we actually have a community fund for that. Here's 50% or here's a deposit. They might say, you know what, just pay the deposit and then we'll put you on a payment plan. You don't know until you open that door and see what's possible. Yeah.